Go ahead.
Did you find any research that said whether or not, what was it, views per click or clicks per mil was more useful in like for advertisers? Or is it...
They found that the clicks per mil were because the per click, or yeah, per mil, because the per click got spammed a lot. So if you know, actually the ties into cybersecurity a little bit, yeah, you think of hacking, but there's also a branch that takes on, you know, seeing who's spamming. Because you can generally tell what's getting clicked on multiple times and what's an actual user viewed.
Okay.
Group 8, I was wondering about the skip. Does the skip vary on the fly? Like, when it skips in the next iteration of skip, does it check to make sure that it's not, you know, over jumping and then adjust short or adjust to land right on it?
It's like the picture on the PowerPoint I showed. It's like when you get a skill point. Did you remember the number? It's like it's a skip 13 to 29, right? And on the other posting list is like the next number is like 48. So in this case, you find when you skip to the 29, and you find 29 is still smaller than the 48. So you can start skip again, like to the next skip pointer, to check if it's still smaller than 48. Like if it's smaller than 48, then you just stay there, and in this case you skip a lot of node. Like you don't need to step into the process one by one, so you reduce the operation times. But if it's greater than the 48, you need to go back to the previous skip pointer and do the normal algorithm. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Group number 3, back to the, was it clicks per mil? Did you find any costing data on that? You know,
For the clicks per mil, we're talking actually in the billion
so that
dollar
was
range.
less than pennies per click?
So if you're going, for per click,
Yeah.
that's often found, like most
So
economics.
it's ranked, it's costing by billions of views.
Yeah, it's usually because keep in mind who's using this is you're using your advertising for Google, Yahoo, all your basic search engines, which are getting spewed all over the place. You could be anywhere from USA to like China. So
Worldwide, yeah.
that's why we're talking millions, billions, because you don't know the amount of user input and you're expecting it to be larger with the per mil or even the per click.
So what was the per mil? Did you see anything on that?
The per mil was based around like the amount of times it's shown, so it's advertised on. So if you type in, I don't know, dog into a query, and you pay more to have it brought up. So how many times is that viewed? Is to have, basically it's more of a duration. How long do you have that standing on that search engine?
Yes. Go ahead.
Group 1, what is the most common information retrieval problem?
What is the most common information retrieval problem?
Say it again.
What is the most common information retrieval problem? That was on the second slide, I guess, or first slide.
Oh, the most,
Common.
I guess in terms of that, it's just, you know, it's not too hard to retrieve things when the data set is small, but you know, as you get something like the World Wide Web, where there's so many documents to look through, it's about like implementing the most efficient algorithm, I guess, to find it. So.
Please write your scores from 0 to 10, and can you collect the scores? Okay, next group.
Did I give you your keys? Okay.
Did you guys have a question? Okay, go ahead.
Group 2, what was the most difficult part of your research?
I'll answer that. So the book that we were assigned to was from 2009. So I found that most of the information was like not very relevant, or kind of still relevant but not.
Okay, thank you.
Do you guys have a question?
Yeah, we just trying to figure out how long did it take you to write the code, and was it complicated?
The Hadoop part was complicated. Running through the Hadoop when you enter the code in the query, it's hard to run because sometimes you forget little things. One time is like you just did a space, close a space, and it wasn't working. So.
Is there any other questions? Did everyone ask a question? Okay, let's applaud the presenters.